The moon will rise again. I hope you'll be waiting for me, my friend. Up there, way high in the sky, I can see you with my eye. Oh. We want. She's Janice Hallman.
Hi, I'm Janice Hallman, and my daughter Katrina brought me here. And I have friends. I will let them introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sherry Ann Daniels, and I'm here as a support to my friends and their losses.
Hi, I'm Sean with Good Karma Band, here with all of my friends, and I'm also here to join all of you out there, which I would also love to consider my friends, to share this beautiful network and what it's doing, and on to you.
The co-host.
The
Who, me?
co-host.
Yeah.
Hey! Hi, everybody, and welcome once again to the Compassionate Friends. I'm no doubt your co-host, and want to say that I'm here for my aunt and for my dad brought me here, and also this month on the 19th was anniversary of a couple friends' deaths, Robin
right.
Huntoon and a couple other friends. So
Good people.
really good people, and every time that year comes around, I get goosebumps already just thinking about him. He's an awesome dude, and another friend too spun one, Robin Huntoon, and Taiwan. Taiwan was the other one, and that's why I'm here this week. He was a really good friend. He was always nice to everybody. And the funny thing, I got to tell you, is he was married but separated, and
Right.
he always wanted to not let her get his money. And so he would go out and he'd pay all his bills.
Mm-hmm.
And, he'd save a little money for this and that he'd stash in his house. But he'd buy all the CBs. He'd go to the Goodwills, everything. And he had every CB there was. And then he'd go get it tweaked and peaked and all the funnies in it and all that stuff. And then, so when it came time when he passed away, that, of course, the boys came in and took all his guns and money. They didn't want nothing else. They didn't care about his animals, his belongings, or nothing, other just his guns. And then all his wife wanted was money. They tore that house up for 2 months looking for his money.
Yeah.
Because he's like, where is all his money? And that's when, because I knew right then and there, because I had talked to him. I mean,
Yeah, we were really good friends.
we
with
were
him,
really
actually.
good. He was a really good friend,
Yeah.
and he actually gave me my first mixer head amp, and he said, he's like, I could sell it to one of the guys out there, and they're not going to use it for that. He says you're going to use it for what it's for, and but he never did get to come and see Good Karma Band, but he did. I showed him a couple videos, but so she realized through a couple CBers that went over there that all his money was in those radios. And just this year, just the end of this last year, I'd watched them go on eBay, and it was just so sickening to see them all go, because they all went somewhere else instead of here where the people, would have bought them, but she still got his money.
Oh.
It was a sad
It
situation.
was a
but
that's kind of the only sad part about it, but
it's really hard bringing up all of their names right now. It's hard to even just
yeah.
think about how they're gone, but at the same time,
But
that's what this show is for.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
I was just sitting there. I just had to put a new hard drive in my computer, so I was having hard times the last couple weeks. But anyway, and I had to replace a hard drive in the PC. And when I was doing, I was going through and checking all my stuff, and sure enough, I come across this 6 double nickels up there, and I clicked on it, and I was like, oh man, you know, I looked up there, and I've got his memorial thing up there, and it's like, he's sitting there doing, you know, giving the finger. Can't do that on TV.
Taiwan?
Yeah, yeah, that was the thing. He's a picture of him sitting at work drinking coffee and smoking a cigarette and flipping people off and just taking a picture of him. He was so cool. And anyways, where was I going with that?
That's how you were reminded?
Yeah, and thank you. I clicked it up, and it was me, Buckhorn, and Taiwan talking to somebody in Ohio on Skip on the CB. And so I sat there for 6 hours going through all the stuff that we'd all done that people had made video gates and put on YouTube. And
Wow.
it was cool to hear his voice. It was really cool to hear his voice. But it was so funny because it was on the same date, the 19th. So it was like, pachoo. And then, like I said, there was another friend that I can't think of right this second. It's not Spun One, but of course he was there, so that came up in my memory too. So we're here for you too, Robin.
Definitely.
And you know, it just brought up good times, and you know, took me out of my hard place that I was in at the time, even though it wasn't because of a loss of somebody or
It wasn't like family or.
yeah, it was more of, I mean, I have a different type of loss, but you know, still a loss is a loss, and that helped me bring it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, made me feel better.
Cool. Yes, well, we want to let everybody know that our meeting is the third Tuesday of the month at the Salem Hospital. It's from 6:30 to 8. Everybody is welcome. Sometimes they have things like if it's your anniversary month of either the birth or the death, you can bring cookies or cupcakes or something like that. And everybody looks at us like we're crazy, but we're not crazy. They're still in our hearts, so those days all count.
Forever. in
And
hearts.
everybody has a different point of grieving. And one of the things that a lot of our groups will tell you is they say, be really careful in the first year not to make any major decisions, because you won't know how you'll feel 6 months from now, or 2 years from now, or 3 years from now. Everybody has a different timetable to do what they need to do, and some of us, it's been 10 years this year for me at my loss, but sometimes it feels like when it's the holidays and around her birthday and she loved all the holidays, then those days are hard, and they'll always be hard. So it's those times when we just want people to know that that's what we're here for. We're here to support you, and there's people in our group that you can call if it's 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. They have a phone number that you can call.
Don't matter what time it is.
Doesn't matter what time it is. If you need somebody to talk to, you can. So
And even
that's
if-
what we were trying
And
to
even
do.
if you think it's silly what you're talking about, or you don't think that you should, you can talk to them. They'll listen.
Yeah,
They will listen.
Yeah, whatever it takes to grieve or get it out or just, it's really nice to have a lending ear, someone that'll listen to what you're trying to express. Even just communicating with somebody sometimes helps you work it out yourself on what you need to do. You're not really, you don't need to rely on other people for input or how to overcome. Of course, that does help, communicating, but just getting it out is probably the number one thing.
I find that
really
for me,
helps.
that when I get upset and angry about something or whatever, that just talking to somebody about it and putting my feelings into it, and not, it's not like I'm going to do anything, but I mean, I scare people when I get like that, but all I need is someone just to sit there and go, yeah, and it's like, dude, yeah, whoa, and it's like, hey man, thanks for listening. I feel a little bit better about it. I'm still a little bit, but.
Yeah, he'll call me up. Something will bother him or bug him, and it just kind of festers until you get it
Exactly,
out.
because I haven't got no one to talk to,
So he'll call me, and immediately yell into the phone. But I'm always there to listen to him.
Yep.
I mean, I completely understand what he's going through or what he needs to express, and I let him do it.
And he doesn't sugar things up either.
No, I don't.
And that's another thing is it's nice to have those friends out there that aren't afraid to tell you the truth,
Yeah.
whether it hurts or not.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
trust me, I've told people that, and they didn't like it.
Telling the truth is hard.
And a lot of people can't take the truth, and all they do is go instantly into violence. And that's not a good thing. And it's so don't be afraid to tell the truth, because then you find out what that person really is and whether you want them to be in your world.
I think it also helps when when you go to a group like that and people share the truth of their heart.
Yeah.
It helps you to know how to process too, even if you
Yeah.
wanted to go to the group just to listen.
Or just another way to process.
Yes, exactly, because
Yes.
you're not quite ready to share, but
Yeah.
when you hear other people's grief, it kind of helps you to process and to figure out how you might be able to deal with it. Because
Yeah.
sometimes grief is just an overwhelming feeling where you don't feel like you can do anything. Like there's just
Yeah, you
you
feel
feel like you're at
helpless.
the end of yourself and there's nothing left. And so to see other people who've actually come through on the other side can help you to start the steps towards moving forward.
So basically, if you're afraid to move forward, or if you're afraid to contact anybody, just make that first step. Either give a phone call, even if you feel trapped and you can't speak, or go to a meeting and just sit quietly, and you know what, it'll start naturally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone will talk to you eventually.
Yeah.
Well, we have a saying that a lot of people, when they first come in, they cry and they feel bad because they're crying. But don't feel bad because you're crying, because crying is healing.
Yes.
And you want that. And a lot of times they'll trigger us and we'll start crying. Some of us do and some of us don't. It just depends on how you feel that day and
Yeah.
what your mood is. But crying is not wrong, but a lot of people don't remember their first year or their second year. They don't remember what they're doing because they're in such grief. But it's normal, and they shouldn't worry about if they cry or if they don't cry. Don't worry about it, because that's part of what you need to do for you if you need to cry.
Well, that's
And I know that listening to the music helps.
yeah.
I know that because that's what I did. I drove to my mom's house every week, twice a week, to work, and I listened to the songs in the car, and that's where I did my crying, was in my car on the way to Lebanon.
Right.
Yeah, I find that's funny that, like you were saying, that some people do and some people don't, and I'm one of them that I don't. But all of a sudden, I'll be watching a movie, and the feelings that the actors are going through will just be overwhelming, and it's like that, and it just makes you, I just it wants to fall right out, and it's like, why am I doing this? And but it's funny, when my dad passed, I never cried, I still haven't. But that doesn't mean that, I don't miss him, because I miss him, and that I don't care, because I care more than anything.
Well, the
I
rest
got
of
him
us
right
cry
here on
for
my
you.
arm, I got him right there in my arm, so I got him with me every day. But it's just sometimes other people's feelings and emotions and situations that they're dealing with, even though it's a movie, bring out and make me get my emotions out and cry, and because you have to do that. You have to, because that's part of the healing process, like you're saying. You have to cry. You have to let that out. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm another one that
Yeah.
that doesn't cry that often, and hardly cry over anything. But once in a while, like when I'm watching a movie or sitting playing a song with the band,
Yeah.
it'll just burst out.
Yep.
Just everything.
I
comes
forgot
out
to at
mention
mention that too. Singing too.
Oh,
Yeah.
but-
All of a sudden,
yeah.
like which song is it? The Wife Actor.
Uh-huh.
And it starts first singing that one at home, practicing by myself. I get into it, and it's just like it can't come out. It's like, don't do that. You won't mess up.
Yeah,
And of course I did. I messed up again.
that's one of those good heartfelt
Yeah.
emotion songs.
Yeah.
Wife
Yeah, it
Actor.
is. Yeah, it is.
And Be Honest. That's another good one that we were kind of talking about a little bit ago. Being honest.
Yeah, for Sure.
Well, our group, we have a picnic coming up July 16th.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the park on the way to Monmouth, and I don't know the name of it, but next month I will have that. I will not be attending, however, because my niece is getting married, so I will be going to my niece's wedding, which is another happy event.
Yeah, they're going to be working on her dress today,
That's right.
sometime this
Yeah.
evening
That's right.
when we get back.
Well, they won't let me because your mom's the seamstress, not me. and I tell them that, and I say that's okay, but I liked it.
You're a TV star. You don't work on dresses.
I try to sew. I'm trying to sew. I'm trying to
Oh, you
learn
can,
to
and
sew.
you know it.
But it's getting close to time, and I want Leanne to,
Sharon.
Sharon to.
That's okay. It's close to.
It's actually
Leanne,
I want Sharon to-
Sharon.
It's a two-word name.
Sharon.
Share and.
You got to roll the R.
You gotta
Oh.
Sharon.
Sharon.
Yeah, we
It's just Sharon, to be honest.
Sharon.
But they like to roll the R and make it fancy.
Is it one
it's-
word or two?
It's one word, but it's spelt like it's two. Share and
And-
Ann.
Yeah,
It
part
was a
of-
compromise of my mother and my father. My dad wanted to name me
Our
Sharon.
sister's middle name was Ann.
Yeah. So my Aunt Pat, actually, my Aunt Pat is one of the people that I lost that was pretty tragic for me. It's been 5 years now. And she was one of the people that in my life, I remember when I was little, she used to tell me the story that when she saw me, I was 3 days old, and she told me, every time when I saw you, I was like, let me keep this baby. She should be mine. She always loved me. I grew up in a pretty rough home of neglect and abuse, and my Aunt Pat always reminded me that she loved me from the very beginning. And she gave the best hugs on earth. It probably was partly because she was very overweight, so she could like envelop you into her comfiness.
Like a pillow.
But I remember very clearly my Aunt Pat and sorry, there goes those tears. They're healing tears, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
healing too.
It's been a while. I mean, I know it's been 5 years, but still, and it's next month that she died. So
That's a trigger.
yeah, it was a pretty
Yep.
big
Yep.
big loss in my life. At the same time, she's happier now, I figure, because life was getting really rough for her on Earth.
Yeah.
So I hope that she's better off being gone. And I think that's the hardest part about death, is that really the people who are gone no longer feel or anything. So it's our loss. We're the ones who lose something when they go.
We grieve.
Agreed.
And so we have to grieve through that. And it's hard because we feel kind of selfish, because part of us would rather them still be here even though they were sick. But sometimes it's just better for them to not be here right now.
That's true.
It's a good perspective.
Yeah.
And everybody has it. Everybody grieves at a different space.
Yes, exactly.
It's just you have to remember those things that the main thing is, if you want to cry, cry. If you don't want to cry, don't. But if you can watch a funny movie or laugh, crying and laughter are healing, and they help. And everybody has a trigger. Everybody will have a trigger, and it'll hit you all at one time. This past couple of years since we've lost Larry, there's been some days that I can't remember why I'm crying, then all of a sudden I figure out why I'm crying. So it's part of it. And you have to take a day at a time and go from there. And we're getting close to the time, so I'm going to let everybody have one thing to finish. We will have music at the end. So Sharon?
Oh, well, I was actually just thinking how when you lose another person in your life, how that actually sometimes refreshes the grief
It
from
does, yeah.
past people that you've lost. And so I think that it's important, even if it's someone that wasn't really close to you, to embrace that grief again, because it means you're still processing the grief that you're going through from past hurts and pains.
That's right. And I agree that laughter and crying can be Oh, you do crying a lot? I try to do a lot of laughing.
I do both.
I cry once in a while. When we do our live streams, Good Karma Band, I do a lot of laughter. I try to say a lot of jokes, and even if I'm not feeling it in the moment, by the end of the show, it actually brings me up. So, you think we should do Friend?
Oh, we're gonna do "Friend," first song tonight. And
give me the last 10
after we're done
seconds,
here.
Terry.
And I want to say thank you again for tuning in to Compassionate Friends, and no doubt a co-host with Janice Hallman. And just want to say, dang it, I had something I wanted to say. Laughter is very good for you. I think it's better than crying because laughter will make you live longer. Believe it, it puts more years, it puts more time on your life. So remember that. Compassionate Friends, they're out there. Give them a call. They will help you with your friends and loss. Got music coming for you right up. Back to you, Janice.
Hey, we'll see you next month. Thanks to all my guests for being
Bye.
here. Bye.
I'm just sitting here pondering my day. I just want to say hey, 'cause you're my friend. I've been playing with my collar, trying to make you $1, 'cause you're my friend. You're my friend, I love you, man. Oh, 'cause you're my friend, my friend. You're my friend, I love you, man. Oh, my friend, my friend. We've done a lot together, beat the storms and weather, 'cause you're my friend. You're always there when I need you, and I'm there when you need me too, 'cause you're my friend. You're my friend, I love you, man. Oh, 'cause you're my friend, my friend. You're my friend, I love you, man. Oh, my friend, my friend. And all the stories to be true include me and you, 'cause you're my friend. For lifelong happiness means friendship between us, 'cause you're my friend. You're my friend, I love you, man. Oh, 'cause you're my friend, my friend. You're my friend, I love you, man. Oh, my friend, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, low note out of that. That sounded awesome. That was awesome. All right, let's switch and let's play something else. The moon will rise again. I hope you'll be waiting for me, my friend. Up there, way high in the sky, I can see you with my eye. Oh. We want